Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you smoke marijuana? Knowledge is free, man, if you listen. Now is the time to produce, not consume. Blue and yellow. Hashtag no bushwhackers.
Voted Big G for the mayor. I sent the prayer up to Scotty Beats. The city about to blow, I feel it in the air. Redskins for life, my celeb friends. Raheem Devon, Wale Falarn, and I'm Tabernay. DC is on. Gone.
Well, let me welcome y'all to DC. When any given day we wear pride.
It's a brand new year. It's 2017. You know what I'm saying? We taking over.
We the ones in the movies. We're so fly to the point that we bougie when we going out of town. Luggage got to be Louis. Girls spend a house notes on Chanel and Fendi. They don't care. It's their boyfriend money they spend it. You're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. You know where you're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Welcome to DC. You uptown. Hey, my city coming up, Trump. You when you see me, I am DC. I be laid back in a Maybach. The me and Fever Tom until the break of dawn. Now when we slide in, you know they love that blend of that Grey Goose that get the ladies loose. And when we in the club, it ain't no mugs. You shut the city down because we wear the crown. Yeah. Lace up your Nike boots, they fighting. They don't like the truth, but try to unify. But they some more might have drive them to it. And I'm fly in the rest of them. Tell you I'm the you a fly up in the rest of room. PG resident, my drive's like a Mexican. The flowers out in Hyattville, mine's more live skill. Runway Renee, Don Shoe with me, and Mama Sauce is in. Carry out the week. You're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. You know where you're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. Truth is, this here's proof there's room to take it up a few years. Give us a few years. Let us test some ears. We'll be a brand new best of this. Scoring 100 on your question is. Cause if the question is we the truth, then check the air. Cause if you check to know somebody, better check the air. Or check the water, cause it's some minute. We can't afford to be bush, it's only one in the district.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere.
Welcome to DC.
This is a Mumble Sauce remix.
Welcome to DC. You know where you're
What up? Scrogging with the Scroger. We're at Listen Vision Studios, listenvisionlive.com, and I'm here with always DOD and Steven, Capital Cannon News.
What's going on, everybody?
Scrogging with the Scrogging.
It is super lit as usual here in the District of Cannabis. I got my Georgia Bulldog shirt on because Georgia made some historical news this week, and yo, that's definitely what I want to start the show out with. I want to talk about that because I'm not a criminal. D-Crim of Atlanta has been worked all the way out with a unanimous vote, 15-0 council members. So we'll get to talking about that a little bit why I got this Georgia Bulldog on. So salute to GA, salute to Atlanta, and everybody down there working hard to break that stigma on this plant. Man, week has been lit.
Lady in the city.
It's always lit with me. I travel around, I get around, and speaking of Monday, I got a chance to get up with Wes Felton and Raheem Devon of Crossroads.
Hey.
Yo, check this. They were in Philly Monday night performing. They turned around, came back to the city, to Eden, to show love to the city and do an event at Eden. And then right after Eden, drive straight back to Philly to be on Fox 5 in the morning in Philly. That's going hard.
That's going hard in the paint.
That's
man.
no excuses.
No excuses.
So with that said, I got a little bit of footage of that night in Eden. Crossroads, Eden. Check it out.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
Okay, there's two crossroads, Ivy City and Eden, right? Okay.
Read about a dream, live in the image of God, King and Queen. And just last night I had a dream. You can do it, you can see it, you can feel it, my nigga. Some places and faces never seen, my nigga. You ain't gotta sing a song for the queen, my nigga. For a piece of the American dream, my nigga. From my OG, from me to you, to my nigga. You deserve the world, my nigga. See the world is yours, my nigga. See it's never too soon, my niggas. Before push on the moon, my niggas. Yeah. Shout out to my man Jerome on the ones and twos. Where you at, Jay? Where you at, Jerome? Never too soon, my nigga. Before push on the moon, my nigga. Hey, you deserve the world, my nigga. See the world is yours, my nigga. See it's never too soon, my nigga. Before push on the moon.
Super lit. Wes Felton, Raheem Devon. Yo. Footprints on the moon, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Footprints on the moon. Y'all might want to get that. Yo, it is super lit.
I got it on my Spotify, man. I crank that joint like every morning, man.
Right. Ain't it lit?
That shit is so dope, man. I like that joint, man. Shout out to the Crossroads, man. That's a good album, man.
No doubt, man. It's something that the city has needed. It's something that the world has needed. If you want to get back to original, purposeful music with a message behind it, surely go pick up that album. I've been rocking it in my car. Speaking of, I got a physical copy, and this physical copy CD was the first CD ever played in my car. I've ever put a CD in my car.
Yeah.
So, yo, it is super lit though, man. It came out. I'm rocking it all around town. It's been a pleasure getting up with them guys, and yo, they super talented and super focused, and it's been lit. I mean, super lit.
Yeah.
What you get into this week?
Oh man, this week, man, I've been chilling a little bit, man. Been going around, you know what I'm saying, a couple events here and there, but you know, I ain't been doing too much.
Right.
I ain't been doing too much, man. Taking it easy a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially with this nice weather out here today, man. This weather, man, is not fall weather right now, man. I should be wearing like long sleeve shirt right now. But
No doubt, man. It's it should be.
But I'm enjoying the weather, man.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Really.
Yeah.
No doubt.
When is that?
Yeah, yo, winter is right around the corner.
I need to give me a new heating pad for this winter too. Yeah. It's not a game.
Check it out, man.
It's not a game at all. Not a game.
No?
Especially during the winter time with the back spasms at times, man, you need to have that heating pad 24/7.
I got heated seats. That's what I ride around with. I ride around with heated seats in the summertime. Even today I had heated seats. Yeah, my back. I need that warmth on my back. It will lock up in the cold. Man, it has been super lit though around here.
Yeah.
For real. And I did some super soul also.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you all that, huh?
Hey.
Super Soul mix. That's what's going down. Yo, I made another batch of Super Soul, another light batch. The Super Soul mixing party that I made, the Super Soul hot batch. That batch is still cooking. It should be done here in the next few weeks and ready to put some plants in. But this light batch that I made, bat guano, peat moss, worm cassin, dolomite, Epsom salt, microrizing. That's the mix. And the base is organically local derived compost. So that's the light mix. You can put your seedlings in that. You can put your transplants, your veggie plants in those. And the back guano is nitrogen, high nitrogen back guano. So with that, I think we got a little video of that there. And we'll be right back, man. Scrogging with the Scroger.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
Roll out
What up,
Thursday. Super Soul Mix. Hot.
What's going on with y'all, man? Scrogging
Cooking.
with the Scroger.
Almost ready. Oh yeah.
Here.
Then we got Light Mix. Super Soul. Already ready. We growing organically here in the District of Cannabis. You should too. You should be exercising your rights under initiatives as FB1. You should be growing good, you should be smoking good, and you should be eating good. Hey, knowledge is free if you listen. Now is the time to educate the masses, to produce, not consume. Blue and yellow.
Coming back live.
No
Okay.
bushwhackers.
8 seconds. Come back live in 5,
Organic.
4, 3,
God be blessed. Be safe.
2.
We back at it, y'all. Scrogging with the Scroger.
Hey.
Is dealing with the second camera. If you didn't know, what we're doing here tonight and what we're going to be doing is we have a Teradek system here in the studio. So we are not only going live, broadcasting ListenVisionLive.com, but we also broadcasting right now on DC Scroger's YouTube page, Scrogging with the Scroger. So that's what you're seeing. We're playing around with this Teradek system here, which gives us the ability to go live anywhere, mobile. And hey, there will be a Scrogging After Dark tonight. So if you're checking me out live right now, Scrogging After Dark tonight, secret sesh, somewhere, undisclosed location. Not gonna give you that, but you'll see the footage. Hey, it's super lit.
Lady in the city,
This
baby.
technology is brilliant. I've been playing around with it. Hey, speaking of playing around with it, if you want to call in right now, man, you can call in 202-599-3525. 202-599-3525. Call in. We'll pick up the phone. You be calling me direct. Hey, it's what time it is, for real. And man, it's fun. See, we're sitting behind here, giving what my man right here does for us every week, the engineer.
Yeah.
He's behind the board, and we're behind the board.
Hey.
Live.
Shout out to the engineer.
No doubt, man. It's Liddy in the city, man. And we definitely smoking thumbs. Thumbs. So, yeah. Speaking of, man, look, yesterday was super lit. It was Let's Grow Out Thursday, and I surely got around yesterday. I also want to say happy birthday to B. I missed your party. I apologize. You'll see why right now. So, happy 40th to you, bro.
Happy birthday.
I'll
man.
get up. I'll smoke a fatty with you. Make it up to you, champ. Check this out. I went to a showcase. Showcase put on by WPGC 95.5. Tony Rez, Raheem Devon was hosting, and it was super lit. I got a little footage of Macy Mace and Pinky performing, super lit, man. It was at Tacoma Station up on 4th, Uptown. I mean, not Uptown, but Northeast. And, man, here's that video, man. Macy May, Scrogging with the Scrogger. She was super lit. And hopefully y'all enjoy.
Project coming out, man. On my birthday, man. What's Scorpio gang out? What's Scorpios? Ain't Scorpios in there? I know Scorpios. That's crazy. But this next one, oh, it's pre-Scorpio season. We don't know nothing about Libra season. Cat. But this joint I'm about to do right here, it's called I Got, man. This is my single. It's called I Got. Featuring my Scorpio sister, Miss Pinky Killer Corn, man. Pinky, where you at?
Get up here, girl.
Where you at? Now, do y'all mind if I talk my shit real quick? Y'all mind if I talk my shit real quick? Hold up. Hey, y'all. Yeah, it's all the street shit. Yeah, you got it. Look. Hey, what's up? Yo, so I got niggas on my, and I got bitches in my. They be choosing, they never coming back. And you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can be a freak and get fucked like that. But if you ever, hey, you better never ever switch up, 'cause I got niggas on my, and I got bitches in my. And they be choosing, and they be, hey, they never coming back. And you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can be a freak and get fucked like that.
Hey. Follow her, Pinky Killer Corn. Follow Macy Mace. MAYCEEMASE. Shout her out. Follow her. Super talented. Hey, super lit. So check it. I was there. Raheem was hosting. Raheem said, hey, Scroger, I got a performance at 10:30. Remind you, it's like 9:45. I'm out of here at 10. So yo, left there, went to Ivy City. Ivy City was super lit, y'all. Super talented, super lit, and man, I could not like thank the homie enough for like I didn't know Ivy City had a private mini concert of Crossroads, and I'll be with them. Hey. So that's what happened, man. That's what went down. Ivy City Smokehouse. Scrogging with the Scrogger. We keeping it lit all the way. Let's go out Thursday.
A rolling nation, a real good book, a living PlayStation, living a mansion, four-toe truck, ice it down, fire it up, white man's addition, black man's subtraction, Asian multiplication, black woman is strong fraction. I don't give a damn about your talent, shit your life ain't got no balance. See with the world, come on, and baby, keep fighting strong, hey, come, you can. We're made to lose, just as we win. Without violence, there is nothing to do in the world. So all come done and keep fighting strong and come. We're made to lose, just as we win. Without violence, there is nothing in it. I've seen streets where you were forced to take the long way home, and I've seen mothers born to lost But she respected me and broken me and woman but the way for work. Always called the minority and always being pulled over and subject to police brutality. Yeah. Why is in the street and living here? Probably cause they want us to fail. Yeah. And 3 strikes or so will pack the jails. Yeah. Like the slave ships when they sail. Yeah. Years and years of civil rights chase and past that bill. Ask yourself, are we progressing or are we standing still? Down and out struggling.
Down and out struggling.
And it's concrete jungle.
And it's concrete jungle.
One paycheck away from starvation and poverty. And they say be free. It's about speaking your mind, but prophesize too much, and that's where they draw the line. A line as thin as the line between war and peace.
Yeah.
Away
A great empire.
a fallen nation.
A real good book.
A living PlayStation.
That album is the truth, though, man.
It's the truth. You need to go get it. Footprints on the Moon. Yo, here's a shot after Ivy City. This is what House Clean was riding. Here we go, man. Make sure. Album, man. Make sure you get that album, Footprints on the Moon. Yeah.
That album is the truth, for real. Like,
So, my night wasn't done. Mind you, I was supposed to get over to Dirty Bar to go see B
for his birthday.
birthday, right?
Yeah.
I never made it. You know why?
What happened, big bro?
Backyard.
Hey!
Left there and went to Backyard at the Met, man. Here's that video, man. BYB, back at the Met, Liddy in the city. Y'all need to check it out, man. Scroger with the Scroger. Yo, man, we back at it, man. Scrogging with the Scroger. Listen, visit live. Yo, Scrogging with the Scroger. DC Scroggers page 2. Check out my YouTube channel. We is lit all
Liddy in the
time.
city, man.
And there was nothing wrong with that footage.
Nothing.
If you saw the footage before, Crossroads, their performance, same camera. That's how cloudy it was at the Met. Super lit. Clouds everywhere. I thought something was wrong with my camera when I shot it. For real. Stop the shot and put it on again. Hey, it's always Liddy in the city, man.
Liddy in the
For
city,
real.
man.
Hey, DC, man. What can you say? Speaking of DC, man, I've been going to Atlanta also. Right?
It's been going down to the A, big bro.
The A. The A put an A on it all. AD Crim Cannabis in Atlanta, y'all.
Yeah.
Walk around with an ounce of cannabis, and you can do that. That's the first step.
So is it
And,
fine if you get a call with an ounce of cannabis? Like,
you can walk around like you can walk around in DC with 2 ounces. You can walk around in Atlanta with 1 ounce. Yeah, no problem. So, as y'all know, I hit that poem for them. I hit a poem for the decrim effort of Atlanta. And with that, man, it was lit.
I'm not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal, man. This is for everybody, though. Not just for Atlanta. This is for everybody who partakes in the plant.
I'm not a criminal.
So, I'm not a criminal. For Atlanta. Salute to y'all down there. Got the Georgia Bulldog on. Yo, man. Big ups to Atlanta. Big ups to Georgia. All of those putting in work down there. Yo, it's Liddy in the city, man. I'm not a criminal. Here it is. Scrogging with the Scroger.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
Well, maybe not.
Where's our
Engineer has left the building.
My bad. Open the door.
We Scrogging with
Scrogging with the Scroger, man.
We live. That's what happens. You know? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal.
Liddy in the city.
Liddy in the city, man. This is for y'all.
My bad. Lock that door back there.
am not a criminal. Criminal, not I. Why label me as such? Your classifications throughout the nation was based on a lie. Facts. 91% of arrests in D.C. was me. My kind intertwined in the system over a plan. No chance. When your name is in black and white, it's the black they see permanently. I am not a criminal. A criminal, my baby has seizures, uncontrollable seizures, and you keep giving me pills to feed her. Didn't you hear me? My baby has seizures, epileptic at that. No, you can't search me. I am not a criminal. I am a mother with a child's medicine. I am not a criminal. A criminal, cannabinoid receptors are already in me, so naturally, plant has always been free. Healing me. Fallback surgeries later with no pills, strictly heavy THC and CBD works for me. So if I'm a criminal, then label me. But know this. I am the teacher that teaches your kids, the doctor that looked over your reports, the mother you passed
You're bringing the call in right after this break?
the judge you just got your sentence from,
We got 20
the
seconds
police
on the
officer
video.
that locked you up.
Man, I need to get
I
this
am
damn thing off
the
my
politician you
One
just
sec,
voted
champ.
into office. I am not a
We're
criminal.
coming back live.
I'm a
In
patient
5,
that
4,
needs their meds.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, yo, man. We back live here at Mr. Vision Studio. And that's what's going down. Scrogging with the Scroger. Hey, we want to take that phone call there because that's Atlanta on the phone. One of the people that is definitely putting the work down in Atlanta to make this possible. So we want to hear from the horse's mouth what's going on in Atlanta.
Hey.
Yo, Scrogging with the Scroger, man. Here we go.
Doing it for the the whole world. Spread the message. Cannabis is medicine.
There we go.
Cannabis is medicine.
No doubt, man.
That saves a lot of lives.
Let's get him back on the line. And that's what it is, man. There we go. Hopefully you know it's me.
I hope so, man. We calling you, man. We calling you, man.
Such a 21st century role right here.
Yeah. I'm texting them, telling them it's me.
Reach the voicemail box.
We're gonna call him right back. Yo.
Hey.
We're gonna get Georgia on the line. Sorry for the technical difficulties that
It's
we have
okay.
right now.
We
But we're
live.
gonna get Georgia
On the line. Scrogging with the Scrogging.
Right.
We touching 140 countries
No
from
doubt,
the
man.
nation's capital, man.
We everywhere.
We everywhere.
I be everywhere. Speaking of everywhere, next week.
Hello.
Yo, what up? What up? Canamedic in the building.
What's going on, DC? What up, Scrog?
What's going on with you, man? We talking about Atlanta. We talking about Georgia. And we want to hear from the horse's mouth
Congratulations,
what's going on down
man.
in Atlanta with the laws, what you can and can't do, and what's next, man. Please tell the world who they talking to, and how they can follow you also before we get started.
What's going on, guys? I am the Canamedic, Atlanta's one and only. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at the Canamedic, TheCanniMedic. And I am one of your premier cannabis healthcare advocates, educators, and associates. And it's so funny you guys caught me at the perfect time because we're literally, they got the A3C Music Festival down here and shit. We standing out here medicating on the sidewalk as we speak.
Right, that's what time it is, right? Medicating, teaching, educating.
Now here's the paramount part because I partnered up with Kwanzaa Hall, who's the Atlanta City Councilman who proposed this ordinance. Monday, we're officially launching the Smoke the Vote ATL campaign for everybody who officially supports this ordinance, who supports everybody that's fighting for this ordinance. That in doing that, that means you're supporting Kwanzaa Hall. So right now, we need your help. We got to get the youth, we got to get the smokers and the patients. We got to smoke the vote. We got to get this man elected into office because he wants to make Atlanta the most forward progressive city on this topic in the South.
No doubt, man. We said it before, man. Atlanta Falls, the South Falls, man. And y'all been putting in that work down there. Yo, I can't be more ecstatic, man, for you.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. People don't understand that. They think that this is a new proposal. We've been fighting just for this one ordinance for 16 months.
16 months.
Yeah, they've been kicking us in the face for 16 months, turning us back. We spend an entire. I've gotten 2 boots on my cars down there at these meetings for this shit. So this is real life for us. Yeah. Now, what I do want to reiterate to you guys is I'm going to be releasing a couple of public service announcements this week. And the thing is, with the city ordinance, it has not gone into effect.
Right.
And we need people all around the country who are planning to visit Atlanta and have people here. We need them to understand this ordinance has not gone into law yet.
Right. So you still get locked up for hours.
Yes. So the mayor has up until this Wednesday to sign this into law. Right. And that does not automatically send it into law. It goes into effect the day he says, and from the day he signs it, he has up until 90 days to send it into ordinance.
To put it enacted. All right.
Yep. So what we're looking at is potentially January 1st, because everybody's going to be out of office. We're going to have new mayors, but it could potentially be sooner.
Right.
The thing is,
you could just say yes, sign and say yay, and it go into effect that day, right?
Yes. So with that law intact, if they keep the verbiage as it is, because it still has to be reviewed again by the legal team, because they put verbiage in there and they use words as shall versus may. And that words like that, when it comes to legal verbiage, are very important.
Oh, yeah.
Because if the law says you shall do this, then that means an officer has to do that.
Right.
If it says the officer may
He
do
has the
something,
discretion.
yes, it leaves it up to the officer's discretion. So Keisha Lance Bottoms is the Atlanta City Councilwoman that tried to block this ordinance. She was not in favor of it. She did everything she could to get it kicked back down to committee. And the thing was, they had so much time to vote for this. Well, at the end, it was a huge win for us because although we had going into the rally last week that we did in front of the detention center and going into the advocating we did all weekend, we were still several votes short, and we could have potentially lost that vote Monday.
Right.
But thankful to our advocacy, all the people that shared the post on Instagram, flooded social media, and for all the citizens that showed up and let their voices be heard at the Atlanta City Council, we received a unanimous vote. So even the people who were against it voted for it.
Right.
So at this point now, once it is into effect, you can be within the city of Atlanta limits, and you can be within possession of 28 grams of cannabis. That does not include extracts. I want people to be clear.
Right,
That's
right.
just flour.
Just
And it
flour.
will, and as long as that is the only infraction, it will be a non-jailable offense.
Right.
If that person in possession is in conjunction with a secondary offense, and I'll give you an example, let's say drunken in public or fighting,
Yeah.
you're going to jail.
Mm-hmm. You just
So
gotta have no offense. Like
Yes.
basically the police can't be called on you, and
Yes.
then you have trees on you, have cannabis on you.
That's exactly right. You're going to jail.
Okay, you're going to jail with the cannabis.
So yes, yep. Well, the thing is, with this ordinance passing, a lot of people don't understand that Georgia State University is located in the heart of downtown Atlanta.
Right, you got a lot of students.
Yes, Georgia State University's policy has been different already, and they leave it to the officer's discretion. And what they do now normally is, if it's a simple possession, they write them a ticket and send it to city court, and they don't jail the student.
Right.
The police chief from Georgia State University was actually one of the proponents who came and spoke at the Public Safety Committee and helped us push this bill forward.
No doubt, man. Shout out to the chief.
To Chief Flame.
Yeah.
So look, man, I appreciate everything. So just want to make sure everybody understands that does not mean come to the A and roll up that gas. Please do not, because we don't need to give them any more ammunition than they need.
Let me ask you this: with the decrim and what has been passed and your hopes for what will come forward, what about those that have been locked up for only cannabis-related infractions?
Okay, yes, I'm glad that you brought that up. I've had some other constituents broach the same subject. That is something that we're going to have to work in slowly but surely. It's like, we're going to have to take our time with that one because we're already treading on thin waters. But me personally, and the input I've gotten from people such as yourself and the people on the streets who this affects the most, I want to see everybody that's sitting right now at the Atlanta City Detention Center and on Wright Street, if it's a possession of less than 1 ounce, and the reason that person is in there because they couldn't make the few $100 bail, I personally feel they need to be released. We need to partner up with the Georgia Justice Project to get people and get the records expunged for the simple possession crimes, because what those convictions and what those first offender charges are doing, it is impeding on their quality of life. A lot of people can't get they can get financial aid. They're not able to get government assistance. And although we have the world's largest and busiest airport, they can't get a job at the airport.
Nope, you can't. That's why that's that stigma. We cannot continue to be a part of the cycle. And we're breaking the cycle every day. You breaking it down there in the A. We broke it up here, and we continue to break it every day by educating and informing what we can and can't do. And,
yep. Because our ignorance is their tool that's their mass tool of destruction.
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't know. We got to know our laws, and we got to continue to educate. And that's why with the whole Smoke the Vote, Kwanzaa Hall is giving us creative control. We're going to be hosting pop-ups. We're going to be hitting barbershops. We're going to be doing pop-up shops, bro. We're going to be doing 420 Smoke the Vote ATL rallies. Because it's going to be early voter registration ends on Monday or Tuesday night, We're going to see if we get as many early people voted. And what we're going to do is they have statistics are showing that the youth and the millennial and the African American community does not vote in municipal races. And they need to understand that that is the most pertinent to your quality of life, your local elections.
Your local elections. You should go out and vote every time you exercise your right to vote. You need to go out and vote, and then you're not being blindsided. And the millennials is where it's at. The young youth, 18.
They think, they feel that the way to create change is that Cookie Monster. Holy shit! Oh, I'm on a live show in DC. I'll get right with you.
Cookie Monster, what's good?
Hey, Cookie. They said, "What's up from DC, Cookie Monster?" Hey, you never know who you're gonna run into in East Atlanta Village. I'm out here trying to look as normal as possible tonight, and I still run into a lot of people.
No doubt.
But what I want to tell you guys is, I thank you guys for being such strong proponents and setting the example. Because what I told them is, once this is enacted, this is how we have the sessions at the park. This is how we smoke out this day and that day. Because once they come out, they're not going to ticket everybody. If we got 1,000 stoners out there, I guarantee you that notepad only holds about 50 tickets.
It's going to be more than 1,000. We going to have a
You're
barbecue.
Fucking right.
Man.
How much is a typical ticket?
Exactly.
How much is a ticket?
The thing is, man, we just got to continue to set the precedents and not let these outsiders and the people who are just in it to make a buck not come in and try to cannibalize and capitalize off our hard work and dedication, because they got to understand that we've lost family members behind this fight. We've lost lives. We are patients ourselves, and we're not fighting for profits. We're fighting for fucking patience.
Right. There's a difference.
Yep. And we do this with no personal gain to ourselves, because if we win, we all win.
Right.
We're not looking at this shit to win for no person, because for every time somebody else is celebrating, there's a patient somewhere suffering and dying.
Right. It doesn't have their meds. They can't have access to them. It doesn't know, be educated that they can even consume cannabis as their medicine. See,
exactly.
That's
because
where we at, man.
What a lot of people don't know, as far as healthcare relations in the state of Georgia, Georgia is at the bottom of the nation in education and healthcare. And you come down here and it's not kind of hard to figure out. People eat bad and they sit on their ass quite often. Not all the time, but the thing is, it's about quality of healthcare. Prior to 2012, 2013, before the FDA really cracked down on the narcotics tracking of the prescription of opioids, Georgia was one of the #1 pill mill states in the nation.
Popping pills, man. You know that. We're going to pump the pills to the elderly, too.
Well, now they can't get them as easily because those little pain clinics aren't on every corner, and we've seen a strong influx of heroin and fentanyl.
Right.
And we're getting like the problem that you guys have been dealing with for decades that we thought would never show up at our doorsteps. Well, people are finding people with needles in their arms on their back porch.
Right. Heroin.
And
opiate addiction, because they cannot get the pills. Yeah. So they go look for something else that's going to give them that fix. And that fix is heroin, which is opioids.
Well, that's not the significant problem, which is a terrible problem. What the main problem that we're noticing in the healthcare provider community is that the heroin, they're not cutting it like they used to.
Oh.
The heroin isn't coming from Asia anymore. It's coming from Mexican, from the Golden Triangle. And instead of using the normal cutting agents, they're using fentanyl to cut it.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of people they're dying off the first dosage.
Heart attack, right away.
Yes, because back in, I think it was about July, we had about 1 million fake Percocets hit the streets of Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and South Georgia. And in one weekend, we had over 100 overdoses. And what people didn't understand was, when somebody comes and tell you these Percocets, the price is too good to be true, it is. Because what they're doing, they're pressing their own pills, but instead of using acetaminophen, Tylenol, and things of that nature, sodium hydroxide to cut them, they're using fentanyl. So what they'll do is, they'll take fentanyl and so put it this way, they'll buy 1 kilogram of fentanyl, which is 2.2 pounds. And out of 1 kilogram of fentanyl, which they're picking up, years ago, the kilo of fentanyl was about $800. From research we found, they're probably paying anywhere between about $1,600 to $1,800 now. 1 kilogram of fentanyl can produce 1 million fake Percocets.
Damn.
The problem is, fentanyl is not dosed in milligrams like codeine. Fentanyl is dosed in micrograms.
Micrograms, like the microgram
So,
fentanyl patch.
So yep, so they're adding like 0.1s and 0.2s, and that's literally like 10 to 15 times the dosage for an average person, which is why they die about 45 minutes after the swallowing the pill, or they're on the floor having a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah. And yo, this is the Canamedic, by the way. He in LA, I mean in ATL, and he educates everybody, like clinically. We're not talking jokes and games and playing around with people's health. We're talking about discerning information and medicine to the masses.
Yes, sir. And I thank you guys because you guys are setting a great example for us down here. Because they need to understand that once we do get reform, hey man, you guys got to start growing your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to brew your own beer, grow your own reefer.
Right.
Oh man, well I'm sure Georgia will.
You know, you complain about the fight that you want. Guess what? Learn to grow it yourself.
Man,
Learn about
got enough
phenotypes.
land.
Because when this industry takes off, it's not gonna be the African Americans who are gonna get those master grower licenses and permits.
Right. Well, we
I
seeing
tell them,
that.
yep, because I'm gonna wait till the industry takes off and try to find my spot. And I tell them, you're gonna find the spot. It's gonna be with a broom.
Yeah.
It's gonna be with a damn broom or driving. That's it. Because they ain't gonna really trust you enough with the good shit.
They ain't gonna trust you enough with the knowledge.
Yep.
And that's
Because
the thing.
the thing is, yep, it's about your passion. When it comes to this plant, it's about your passion, and it's gonna prove in your growing. I've seen you guys videos, like I was telling you yesterday. I've seen the super soil you guys are mixing up there. Down here, if you tell guys, hey man, let's throw a dirt party, they think you're gonna bring a bunch of ratchet pots or something. No, let's mix our own soil. Let's create quality organic basis for our patients to consume quality medicine.
Right. It all starts from the soil, man. What you feeding, what you giving the plant. And if you're giving it what it needs organically, then there's no need to put any type of pesticide on or any type of plant growth regulators.
Ladybug, I tell everybody, ladybugs.
Ladybugs, the preventive
Hey,
maintenance, keep
like I
things
was saying,
clean.
man, hey, you never know who you gonna run into Atlanta. As we're sitting here live on air, I got DJ Mike Mars walking up right
What up,
now.
DJ Mike
Hey,
Mars, man?
hey guys, if you're ever in Atlanta, look up DJ Mike Mars, his feline parties. That's a forever. I love Atlanta. He's down here representing AC3, A3C, and from Atlanta all the way to DC. Shout out from DJ Mike Mars and the Canamedic guys.
No doubt, man. Yo, man, you be safe, man. You be blessed, man. Yo,
Hey,
shout out
most
to
definitely.
Atlanta, man. I'll be down there soon. I got my Georgia Bulldog on right now, and
Hey, you know, down here I always say roll tide. They don't like that, but roll tide.
They ain't feeling that at all.
Hey, well, guys, for future reference, this upcoming week, Atlanta will be hosting the world's largest international drug reform and information conference, and it is the Drug Policy Alliance international conference. It will be here from the 11th through the 13th. So, if you follow any of the drug policy, any cannabis organizations, or drug alliance, or any kind of political reform organizations, they're going to be covering this event.
They're coming down. We got folks coming down.
They're all going to be here. Yeah, so if I were you guys, I would definitely follow those organizations, check out their Facebooks or anything. It'd be a great time for you guys to watch some live feeds. They're going to have several forums, several panels as well. And Atlanta mayoral candidate Kwanzaa Hall will be speaking on one of the public forums for drug policy reform. And he's one of a few selected members selected to sit on that. And one of the driving things is that because Kwanzaa Hall is now one of the most popular mayoral candidates in North America due to the ordinance that was passed on Monday.
No doubt, man. You know what? That's because he set the precedent. When you set the South, it's everywhere is gonna come talk to his office. Right. They want to know how it was done. Can we do it? How did you get it done? Everybody really wants this plant in their life. They just
mother that she gonna straight take him off for child support. Shit about to get real, yo. Damn. Well, shit. What's in? Alright, well I guess I'm gonna have to crack a joke, I guess. Oh, there you go. You look exhausted, baby.
Well, this is the first show I actually got to watch some shit. Like I said, last show was way happy. And y'all would say y'all remember that shit. But we're gonna do this last raffle. I don't know, I might give away hella shit. Bro, how many people felt like they ain't get smoked their money worth? Oh, I know that first. Who ain't smoked their money worth?
I didn't smoke my money's worth.
Bam, 2 people?
I didn't smoke my money's worth.
You already know, no. Alright, I just want to know that. But I got y'all. I'm going to give away, I got on fragrance. He gave her a gift for this. He gave her this. What is this? A cloud pen? This about to be the real shit right now. Alright, hold on now. We get edibles. I got some edibles. Hold on. You want to give this up? Oh, we got it. What is this? What flavor is this?
Chem dog.
We got some Chem dog.
Just take me a couple.
I bet put a couple tickets up. You got the ticket there, baby? Y'all ready? Hold on. I'm trying to see what else I'm gonna get y'all. I don't know. How many of y'all enjoyed yourself though? Some of y'all? That's what's up. Let's see. Damn. Edible back. Yeah, I don't know how many in here. It's a little weight on. So back, we got. Back, we got. 2 big pens. We got at least over 14 from Chem Dog. Why?
You put everything that you just mentioned.
Why?
What else what was in there?
First, it would have been something slight. You know, I'm throwing a t-shirt too. It really would have been just a t-shirt.
What else?
My sponsor, it just would have been a t-shirt for real. And some sponsors doing some good shit, you feel me? And I just feel like giving away. You feel me? But this is our 3rd year anniversary. We've been doing Sony events for 3 years in Baltimore. It's all about giving back. And even though baby girl passed out and the young gentleman passed out, I went down each time to check on both of them. At the end of the day, they just needed air and no panic. So like you said, you need to eat, or you may smoke too much, or you need to be hydrated. That's all. There ain't nobody really, you feel me? Getting to whatever. But yeah, hold on. We got a cloud pen. This got something in it? This come with something? Alright, I'm gonna put something in it. Charge. So that was like $1 grand a day. We said we got a Chem dog. We got the DRB on fragrance. Hey bro, you got some samples? You got the sample bottles? Cause we ain't spray that shit all night. Let them know what they getting though. That's my guy, DRB on fragrance. I don't think y'all already got a chance to experience the shit. You got some more shit? Oh damn, this shit not over. We giving away some shit. You gonna keep your head. You about to keep thinking this shit. Y'all be like, damn, what's next? What's next? I give away a car. It's over. Everybody get a car. Oh, no, walk around. Space the room. How? Yeah, say this shit. What flavor is this? Take some. Good, that's just. Ooh, might eat some cereal in this. Actually, I might not even smell the weed. I might just want a bowl of cereal after this shit. You feel me? You want a bowl of cereal? You can't take what? Come on. Who got some weed in one smoke?
Don't smoke that shit.
Oh, we got some gummy bears. We like, ooh, 150 milligrams. Right. So, we got some brownie chips. They 150 milligrams. So, can we play you something? And I just want to play after I get this up. We gonna just party, y'all can leave and smoke some more. Hey yo, my sis Tip back there, she grinding up some more weed. So for all of y'all think y'all ain't, or y'all probably know y'all smoke y'all money's worth, grab some weed on the way, you know. And whoever else who did think he smoked their money worth, still grab some weed on the way. Alright. But once it's gone, it's gone.
Now, when you grab the fucking weed, put the shit away, okay? Don't walk outside with the shit in your hand talking about Henny gave it to me. Because when the boys get your ass, don't look for D-Lo, bitch, because I'm from the county. I will leave you. You are there. I bitch. That's it. You know what I mean? And Henny got shit to do. So please, you fucking pop.
That's enough.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all got your tickets up? Y'all, yeah, all right, ready for that? Yeah. Excited.
I think he said.
Check out my bro old original stoner hoodie. Check that shit out. Yeah, it says ounces on that bitch. That shit hard. It's original. Represent for the whole time. Thanks for everybody who got a shirt, who got their tickets early for the support. Yeah. You feel me? Gang gang. I want to take a picture with all y'all too.
Henny,
Yo.
I'ma pick somebody. I'ma give them a ticket to my anniversary show, bro.
Along with this big shit?
No, somebody separate.
Separate, so do another ref?
No, I just want you to just pick somebody.
I'm gonna do a ref. Everybody got a ref.
I bet. Get ref.
All right, bet.
I know about that.
6, 3, 5, 8, 5, 9, 0. Hello, 590. 590. 590. That's it. $604. 604. That's your right there. Let me check the numbers, bro.
Look at that gift.
If it is, yo, clap it up on them. Got that, brother.
You know, came up.
Alright, we got one more, so Alice giving away a ticket. If y'all like his performance tonight, he's a dope ass comedian. He's a jack of all trades. He do a lot of different shit. I'm gonna let him just do what he do. Y'all gonna check him out at his show. You said 607. 607. 8 down here. Alright, next. Second year anniversary. October 22nd.
615. Show start at 8. Hey, you came with somebody?
You gotta get them, they gotta buy tickets. Hey, Alex, how much your tickets, bro? It's only at $20. Tonight they only 10. Support that black man. We trying, you feel me? We trying.
Yeah. My son dad, she shined me up, you feel me? My son be like, Dad, you got a fresh ball? Yeah, got a fresh ball. But yeah. Start a lady, you feel me?
You see that? Oh yeah. Scrogging after dark. City in the city, boy.
Alright, cool, hold on.
See, I'm a true stoner. She love my aroma. No, I never stay sober. No, I never stay sober. Mix it, hit me and hit them. Just to get to my tempo. Shorty all on my track. You know she gave me her effort. My stolen lane. Yeah, she like my stolen lane. My stolen lane. Lane. She stolen. Lane. She stolen. Yeah, she like my stolen lane. My stolen lane. Yeah, she like my stolen lane. My stolen lane. Hey, my she like my stolen lane. My stolen. just wanna smoke, I just wanna smoke. True stoner, keep my eyes low, keep my eyes low. True stoner, blowing on the O, blowing on these O's. True stoner, blowing on these O, blowing on these O's. True stoner, I just wanna smoke, I just wanna blowing on these O's. True stoner. Yeah, I just wanna go a little something. Don't play that. Who got bomb? Who got bomb? Let that bitch up. That's some bombers. We're gonna do that tonight. We got you here. Hey, listen. We gonna turn up though. Baby up. Hey, 1, 2, hey. Like the flies, nigga, everybody. Drink a fifth of Henny, I'll be gone for the night. Roll a couple Dutchies, all I need is a light. Let's go. Many times I go up every night. Bitch, I'm feeling like the flies, nigga, in life. Drink a fifth of Henny, I'll be gone for the night. Roll a couple Dutchies, all I need is a light. How many levels can I go up there? It's another star. Shit, we gon' be lit. Yeah. Dancing to the college kids, oh, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Sitting on that starter lane, that shit gon' get me lit. Yeah. Same for any blunts around like we about to spin. I said, where them bitches, where them bitches, where them bitches at? Where that damn poppin', weed poppin', and that pussy wet. Baby, I'ma need you come and put it on my lap. Gonna work that shit like you put it in it. I got that loud and it's in this bitch. Yeah. And it's sticky shit. Yeah. Got that scale in my pocket, I'm so ignorant. What's that killer shit? This now I get shit. Bitch, I'm feeling like a fly. Fit for 80, I be gone for the night. Ready levels, can I go up in the night? What's that like, bitch? I'm feeling like a fly, nigga, in life. I'm fit for 80, I be gone for the night. Roll a couple Dutchies, all I need is a light. We getting laid. I took the sheet on my tape. She rolling in niggas' legs. I'm fucking and taking trips. This LSD is the shit. I'm gone. I'm gone. I done left about this beat. Put my way. Put my way. Let's start the day. Wake up day. Start all day. I feel great. Dropping some beat. I just wish you great. I wanna live another. I don't think ice in my Everglade. We take enough and we never hit. Shorty, my mission is very clear. I want you right like in the fucking everywhere. I'm so ignorant. I ain't feeling shit. Bitch, I'm feeling like the flies, nigga, in life. Drop a fit for Haley, I'll be gone for the night. Roll a couple Dutchies, all I need is a light. How many levels can I go up in the night? Yeah, bitch, I'm feeling like the flies, nigga, in life. Drop a fit for Haley, I'll be gone for the night. Roll a couple Dutchies, all I need is a light. How many levels can I go up in the night? Damn. What's the last one? We don't keep on here, trying to do this. But we honest. Just chill, take a bar. 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 I be the one with the plan. To run so hard as I can. I just want piece of the pie. Want me respect and make way for my guys. I just took a hit for the bum. Shorty with the dick and a thumb. She has exotic to some. Bad as Beyonce, bitch, bring me along. Next year, a door in a trench coat. It's going down like a big boat. I just be drowning in waves. Breaking so good, I feel like
oh, shit. Let's go, we go. The remix. That was cool. That's all fucked up. This is the remix.
Loud on that ass.
We got artists,
Scrogging after dark, man. Stay tuned. Subscribe. We lit in the city, man. Shout out to Eddie Stoner. Shout out to Extreme Turks in the building. Yo. Lit.
We make
Scrogging after dark.
New shows and shit like this together. And we appreciate all y'all coming out and fucking with us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with us.
Hey, you ignorant motherfucker. Just walk out when these niggas are talking. And not there one of y'all put your finger up to say
Just like when the flash bell ring, nigga, like, nigga said,
disrespectful as shit.
out of here.
That's the niggas don't never put nothing in the country plate. Niggas always want a plate from downstairs, keep sending old people down to get your plate. Cause your cheap ass sits. Anyway, I'm not getting it. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm high, and I don't know about y'all niggas, but I'm tired again, and I'm high, and I'm old. So, we appreciate y'all coming out. Hopefully y'all enjoy some of the comedy or all of the comedy that's shown tonight. Y'all give it up for your other host that's called me Smooth. I'm y'all can find me on Facebook at D.O. Comedian, Instagram and Red Cup Low. Also, any of you motherfuckers, I say motherfucker a lot, okay? Don't get offended by it. Oh well, motherfucker. Anybody in here seen Paper Soldiers? You seen that shit. You got a cowboy hat on, nigga. I know you seen that shit. Anybody seen Paper Soldiers? I got a show with my man Smokey Suarez next week. I'll let me tickets. $20. Tiffany's niece. The tickets is in the car. If you try to bum rush me, I got a pipe in the trunk. So don't go there for no tickets. But if it's more than 3 of y'all, y'all can have them. So y'all be easy. Everybody get on the stage. Take some weed with you.
Y'all be blessed, y'all be safe. It's lit. We done. Scrogging after dark. About. Y'all be blessed. Be safe.